kill them.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team is facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now remember, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they try to attack. They found it.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Lucas Van Ness. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
At the 44-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Nix to the air. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and
now it's Nix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Jeremy Crawshaw in punt formation for the Broncos.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. The Packers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And all the way down to 26. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 56 yards. Off the play fake, here's Nix.
It was a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly have gone to his offense if he get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's going to use his legs here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Here's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people up and downfield.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go play action with Mills. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. He's feeling it in a big way.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. These two teams all tied after 1.
Jeremy Crawshaw in punt formation for
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Hardman to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Good footwork and fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Packer.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one right in front of his man.
Yeah, now he's going to face a big 3rd down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You put the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the stick. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now back to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
That is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At their 48-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. George Karlaftis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 33 yards that time. Going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. And inside give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
This one complete. It's Devon Velo. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing Nix. We'll get that complete to Velo. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Nix. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
They'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A 28-yard gain. first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Second and 6.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think that's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So halftime straight ahead. It is message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. On the return, here's Hall. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. He's got a man, it's his fullback. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Mims in motion right. Trying to run for it, here's Harvey. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taken about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Packer first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the line game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Quickly into the hands of Mims. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Pick up of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Nix to the air. And quickly here, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. On the draw, here's Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Pick up at 2 yards.
They'll set up a throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The Packers will
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here's Hall. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical
physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This pressure coming, and they got him once again. Lucas Van Ness. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. A punt of 46, a return of 5. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
The Packers.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Nix. That is caught by Vele. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. The Broncos send out their punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken inside his own 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. The Packers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important third down.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Looking to put a drive together. Now here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
At the 32-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Rashawn Gary from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. Under pressure, they got him again. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Complete to number 83. A 6-yard.
And Howell will throw it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. And this offense on third down today, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Howell.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And even 150 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. They'll set up to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He'll try to do it himself.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Denver's offense now set to go.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, Harvey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Howell with one final shot. Able to find the open man. That's complete.